Well, hello once again. Today is Friday, July 7th, and I am crossing the bank from the Abacos to Great Sail Key, and tomorrow off to West End. That'll be what, Saturday? I'll sit in West End on Sunday. It looks a little bit better winds on Monday, and I'll cross from West End up to Stewart on Monday. Now that I'm up in the Abacos, there's lots of boat traffic. Right there I can see 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, there's 5, there's 6, there's 7. These will all be boats headed back towards the U.S. This is one of the exit points coming to the Abacos. The Abacos are very popular this time of year. Wintertime is really not a good time to visit over here because too many cold fronts come through. And it's just a lot of cool, blowy weather. Nothing like being stuck on your boat for days when it's blowing 15 to 20 and it's just not very nice to go out and do anything. And this time of year, it's often just a lake. I would love to have a little bit more wind. But the weather report for the next 10 days is 5 to 10, 5 to 10, 5 to 10. Though at night, I seem to get better winds. At night, I'm running 10, 14 knots. So my predicament for Monday is if I leave at night, I should have better winds, but I have a time period to get in with the tides when I get over to Stewart. As you can see, we've got storms building. I've already had a bunch pass me earlier. They build up on these banks because it's so shallow, it produces a lot of heat. So I'll have to watch my weather and watch my storm patterns. If I have storms coming off in the late afternoon in West End, then I'll wait till a morning departure. Of course, a morning departure puts me in the afternoon in West Palm, where I may get thunderstorms coming in off the ocean. So it's a catch-22. You do it one way, you get whacked, or you do it the other and you get whacked. I'd rather cross mostly in the daylight hours going back towards not West Palm, but Stewart, because I'd like to fish on the way over. And fishing is typically much more productive during daylight hours. Especially, I'd like to maybe get one last Dorado for the box. My dolphins, same fish. But anyway, it's been a long, slow cruise. Looks like I will be home about the 14th or 15th of July, which will make it a 3-month trip, as I left on April 14th. Looks like my total distance will be right around 1,400 miles, nautical miles, when I hit the house, which is for you landlubbers are about 1,600 miles. So that's all at about 5 miles an hour, so it's been a long, slow trip. It's now in the 90s every day, and I would actually love some air conditioning and ice. I can either make ice and not have refrigeration, or I can have refrigeration but I can't make ice. I can do one or the other. So, had some good rainstorms this morning. It was nice. Wind picked up. The boat was moving right along. It was cold. It felt good. Standing out on deck, absorbing it in. So, all right, well, we're getting there. Eventually we'll be in the ditch headed across the state of Florida. That's never the funnest ride. That'll be hot, and I'm going to push hard when I get to Stewart. Hopefully I'll have dinner with some of my friends over there on Monday night, and then I'll push really hard Tuesday and Wednesday. If I can clear all the locks and get across Okeechobee, I hope to be home maybe Wednesday night next week. So anyway, curious to see how all these videos turned out. I've never actually popped this card out of the camera, so I don't know how any of these have shown up. I guess I should have done that probably months ago, but I'm not a great video photographer by now, as you've been following along. Hopefully I'll get somebody that can help me edit some of this stuff out. Coming to the end of the Bahamian trip. Cheers, everyone.